Check this out. These are the ends of the Andes. And this one here is Cape Horn. Ha! Almost made it. Almost made it. But look at this. Look at this. There's no wind. There's no wind at all.
It's Wednesday the 8th of January in the Vendée Globe, the skipper's 59th day at sea. And as we just saw there, Conrad Colman was approaching Cape Horn, and we've got some more great footage and words from him as he went past that famous landmark. We then focus on that group between 4th and 10th place where things are so tight. We see Sam Goodchild manages to get his shower in one of the rainstorms that are off that Brazilian coast. Nico Lunven, who's taking that eastern option, we hear from him about the tactical options. And then Boris Herrmann had some huge electrical storms to contend with where he was. We then take a look at the tracker, really focusing on that 4th to 10th group as to what might be happening, the leaderboard, and then we hear from Yoann Richomme, who talks with Dee Caffari, and find out whether he may be able to challenge for the lead, and Charlie Dalin, who seems to just be doing so well out in front.
Et voilà! Longitude of Cape Horn! Woohoo! And there she is, the big rock herself. Not much wind, but the rock is there. And then the lighthouse just over there. So there we go, my 4th and my most beautiful rounding of Cape Horn. About 3 miles away, and this is just magic. And so, how do you celebrate? Well, with champagne. And I was going to have this for New Year's, but I am not in control of whether the sun comes up or not. But I am in control of whether we got us to Cape Horn. So, here we go. Oh, not going to jump it. But there we go. Ha! A little bit for the boat. For Neptune, of course. For Cape Horn. And for the plucky sailor. Ah, that taste. Incredible. Primarily because I've been waiting for so long. And this is just spectacular. Cape Horn, baby. This is proof that even in light wind, dreams can come true. I just can't stop looking at her. There's this one goal that's been animating your professional life. To get to this point every time in the Vendée Globe. Of course, you need to make it home, you need to finish. I know that more than most people. But getting here is really, really, really special. And sure, you know, it would be nice to have a little bit more wind, but being here and actually having the opportunity to savor it, to see the mountain on the island behind me, and that is special. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. And crucially, now I need to go really, really, really fast because there is a massive depression coming for us after the Falkland Islands. I have family in the Falklands, but I'm certainly not going to stop over there because we need to scoot all the way up past the island to avoid getting smacked by this massive depression. And so a little bit of a challenge there, but excited to get cracking and finish up with the south. It seems like the south, the storms and the excitement are not stopping here at Cape Horn, but there's the little extra kick waiting for us a few miles down the road. So what's important is to go really fast from now on and stay ahead of it. Otherwise it's going to get pretty uncomfortable. So wish me luck. raining. Just having a shower.
Hello, hello! So you can see the clouds just behind us. Finally, we have just crossed the South Atlantic convergence zone, which is a good, very good point, a key point in our way to Les Sables d'Olonne. So we had a big and nice squalls. And now, ahead of us, welcome to the South Atlantic trade winds on the Santé Prévoyance. Nice clear sky. Still a bit of a choppy wave, a bit bouncy. But it's a good point in our mindset to have crossed this convergence zone, which was a bit annoying for the last few. So now we are going to play shift. Now we have north wind direction, and we are heading to northeast. And the goal is to catch a wind shift to the northeast and then to tack. Probably in a few tacks, not only one tack, but in a few tacks. If we go too far away in the high pressure, we'll have no wind at all, so maybe a few tacks to play the shift and then to head north up to the doldrums in I don't know, 5 days probably. Still a long way.
Hi everyone! Since the mast climb, not much of a rest. One of the craziest days at sea. A massive front, thunderstorms. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life of many years of sailing. It was the entire day, the end of the night, I mean most of the night, the whole day, pounding rain. I've never heard or seen anything like that ever before. Plus thunderstorms, but the craziest ones. And wind from all directions, fighting, and waves, so the boat was jibing and lying flat on the sea a few times. I was thrown around. Luckily nothing broke, but then a thunder lightning hit so close that immediately my screen here was flashing, playing and going black, and the pilot going off, or the instruments going off, switching off. All the alarms coming on, the boat jibing instantly, lying flat on the water, wind increasing, more thunder, more lightning. I think today the sea showed me the teeth, or I don't know what, or the Vendée Globe, or the weather. That was really a day for the memories. And since then, a fight throughout the day. And now we're out of this front since half an hour. We have north wind. Again, we're in the front we had south wind, where it was really difficult. The boat would go at 30 knots if I didn't pay attention, with the swell coming from the front. So the boat would. Oh my God! I didn't eat since the fucking mast climb. I just had dinner. The most beautiful evening, and from the most beautiful to the most horrendous in very short time. Since then, I had where is it? A gel from my friend Thomas Toria, and a power gel and stuff like that. I didn't have time to eat. Thanks to the short team, we were able to recuperate one pilot with one set of wind instruments, so that's really good. essential. I don't have many things. The radar is broken. The screen here doesn't work anymore. I have no loads whatsoever. I don't have foil rake, keel angle. The keel system doesn't work as normal. I have to do it more manually than usual. But I can charge the batteries. I have power. I have a water maker. I have Oscar. I have wind instruments and one pilot. So the rest, I mean, it's probably never unheard, you know. Like we just 6 months ago we were hit by lightning in New York and had like a massive destructive situation. Everything was broken in the boat. It's a bit better this time than the New York one, but wow, scary. So no more thunderstorms on this race, please. We are now tacking soon, heading northeast after. And after the tack I will eat and hopefully get the adrenaline down enough to be able to sleep somehow. Wow, I still can't believe this day. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
On the tracker we can see that Charlie Dalin is continuing to pull out the miles on Yoann Richomme in second place as they pass the Cape Verde Islands, and Seb Simon is now nicely into the northern hemisphere, having crossed the equator, and is importantly on starboard tack, which means he can use that undamaged port foil. It was back in the Indian Ocean as they approached the longitude of Cape Lewin that he broke that starboard foil. The fascinating battle for the skippers between 4th and 10th place continues to play out. To the west we have Boris Herrmann, Jeremy Bayou and also Sam Goodchild. In the centre we've got Thomas Rouillon, and then out to the east we have got Nico Lunven and Paul Milhat with Justine Metro and now also actually Benjamin Dutroux, Clarice Kramer and Sam Davies just a little bit further back. Now, the options are extremely interesting. What Nico Lunven and Paul Milhat were trying to do as they went out to the east was hook into this pressure which would give them the southeasterly trade winds and hopefully use that to reach across on a better angle as they made their way north. What is actually happening though is some light pressure is over on the east and the angles are becoming slightly more favourable for the bunch on the west. If we move forward into 6 hours time, we can see that that group out to the east has more upwind conditions, so they're going to have to tack their way upwind, whereas the group to the west, it is coming more from the north, which is actually favouring them as they're trying to cross that group. And then in 12 hours time we can see still light winds for that group on the east, whereas there is still breeze on the west for the group on the west. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because in this area of the Atlantic the forecasts are actually pretty unreliable, and so we may not actually see, or the skippers may not see on the water what we're seeing on the wind map. And also on the western side, closer to the coast, are these storms that we saw for, well, Sam Goodchild, where he had his shower, and Boris Herrmann, who he talked about those thunderstorms that he'd never seen before while sailing. Further back in the South Atlantic, we can see that the western option has paid off for Roman Atanasio and also for Damien Sagan, who both went west of the Falkland Islands and have overtaken John Le Cam, who is in very light winds near that ice boundary, and Alan Rohrer is in 17th place, so this group all very close together. The group from 18th onwards, led by Isabelle Joschke and also Giancarlo Pedote, are heading out to the ice boundary, clearly going to the east of the Falkland Islands. But it is very interesting to take a look at the group who've just rounded Cape Horn. We're going to have to zoom right in on this to see where they are. Which route are they going to take with Staten Island? And you can see in this group is Conrad Colman, who we saw rounding Cape Horn in those very light wind conditions, but some great footage from his drone. And then the other group, which is going to be rounding Cape Horn today, includes Eric Bellion, Violet d'Orange and Arnaud Boisier. The ranking at 0600 hours UTC shows us that Charlie Dalin continues to relentlessly go that little bit faster than Yoann Richomme. And we're going to hear from Richomme in a little bit as to what he thinks his options are. Seb Simon is now 718 nautical miles behind the leader, but well over 1,000 nautical miles ahead of Jeremy Bayou in 4th place, so relatively safe there. It's this battle between 4th and 10th place which is so fascinating. And we can see there Jeremy Bayou, Sam Goodchild, Boris Herrmann, that Western option currently favoured, and the gap's now 140 nautical miles, so you'd think that that Western option is going to pay off, but it all depends on what winds they get on the west and what they get on the east, and will those forecasts that we just took a look at be reliable. The PredictWind routing option for Yoann Richomme, compiled by sailworld.com's New Zealand editor Richard Gladwell, shows as he makes his way north he gets into that deep depression which is around the Azores, all options going to the east. It's then in the Bay of Biscay that things get interesting with that easterly breeze on the way to Les Sables d'Olonne, and that could be where this opportunity lies to overtake Dalin. Conrad Colman talked about having to get away from this storm near Cape Horn and the Falkland Islands, and it looks like he'll be just north of it, but some of the others a bit further behind may get caught right in it.
The final stretch, are you feeling at 100%?
Yeah, definitely 100%. I'm getting enough sleep, I think, and the boat is at 100%, so yeah, ready for the final stretch.
And is there going to be an opportunity to attack?
To attack, I'm not sure. Maybe the last little bit in the Bay of Biscay, but I'm not sure. For the rest, it's pretty straightforward, so it's I don't see any options really. I can hope, the best is I can hope that maybe the high pressure will slow him down a bit more, and then I can catch up a bit, but I can't be sure of that. And then we'll see the last bit how it goes in the Bay of Biscay maybe, but pretty straightforward right now on the weather.
Yeah, those final miles always seem the hardest. Is it more of a psychological battle than a speed battle now for you and Charlie?
No, I think it's a speed battle. I mean, psychologically, there's not much to play for. I mean, it's a straight line all the way to the tip of Brittany, so and even though from the land it looks like a little amount of distance, 150 miles, there was a lot of distance to cover to catch up. So I don't think. Well, I don't have the pressure, at least, because I can't do much worse than being second. He's probably feeling it a bit more, like I was feeling it when I was first. But I don't know. It's only a game for people on land. I think for us, it's pretty much forward sailing.
Well, it's hard to remember that you're actually a rookie in this race. Your race has been exceptional. Has it lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, I do. I don't see myself as a rookie because I've got so much experience, but it is true that it was my first time around the world. It has lived up to expectations. I think it's been an easier around the world, especially Southern Ocean, than I expected. I can remind you that we only had one storm in the Indian Ocean. That's it. The rest was pretty standard 25 knots sailing. So I think I got lucky at that. The thing is, I think we were very well prepared. I'm really happy about that. Everything, I had all the spares I needed, all the food, all the clothes, and the boat's working beautifully. And I think that's just a testament of how good of a job the entire team did around the boat. And yeah, we were early top of that game, and you know, it's a pleasure to be able to say that now. You know, with only about a week to go.
Well, Yoann, I'm not going to keep you because you have kept us hooked on this race. Have a great last few days. It's wonderful to talk to you. Thank you. Good luck, sail fast. And we've seen you catch up before, so I have my fingers crossed.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching today. We're going to continue bringing you the news as this fascinating Vendée Globe continues to provide excitement all the way. Please do subscribe to our channel using the button down here, and take a look at sailworld.com and yachtsandyachting.com for all the latest news in the world of sailing.